Guys, F1 2019 is announced and has been dropped. There's a new trailer with a statement. We're going to play the trailer right now, roll the clip, and then we'll get into analysis right after that. First of all, that trailer looks absolutely freaking awesome, and it gives away a lot more than just meets the eye. Now, first of all, you can see the F1 2019 car with the red and black colour scheme, and then we've got the kind of blue with a potential F2 car. Now, we'll get into that in a moment's time, but first of all, for me personally, I am so excited by this, guys. It's going to make the summer so more exciting, and it's just great for everybody involved. You know, getting the game released so much earlier is great, and I think, personally speaking, for me, getting it in June, 3 months from now, is going to be awesome. The trailer's great, and let's just hope that the actual Rule Life 2019 season, just like Australia, continues off with a bang and does really well, because obviously the better they do in Rule Life and the better the racing is and everything is, that's going to translate to the game, and I'm looking forward to it. I really am, and everything that I saw in this trailer is exciting, but also there's a few more things in the actual press briefing statement that's also really exciting as well. But first of all, let's get into a little bit of analysis here, and let's see what the trailer has to offer. Right, so we're going to get into a few different aspects of this trailer, along with the actual press briefing that was announced with the trailer. Now, the first big thing here to point out is the release date, the 28th of June. That's the earliest by far we've ever had an F1 game released, and it's going to be a game changer. Personally, I love it because it means F1, literally today, the 28th of March, is 3 months away on this day. So it's super exciting, and you know, this does mean that starting from now we're going to start getting these trailers and game news a lot earlier than usual, so it's going to be super exciting. I cannot wait to see more coming soon. But the 28th of June on all platforms, and that's going to be a game changer. Like I said before, you're going to get to play F1 all summer long, you know, pretty much. But you know, it's not like before where you get F1 in August and you go back to school the next week or whatever. You're going to get the whole summer to enjoy the F1 game, and we get it earlier on in the season as well, which is much more relevant, and you know, it's much more up to date with F1, because you know, we get F1 released normally around the Belgian Grand Prix, which is like the second half of the season, and by then it's like the game isn't relevant for that much longer, but this time we're getting it much earlier. So that's super exciting off the bat, and that's the first big bit of news. And the second major bit of news, Formula 2 seems to be confirmed. Formula 2 in F1 2019 is going to happen, guys. I cannot wait. It's so exciting, and I broke this news months ago. I made a few videos, and I'm going to leave them linked down below in the description, guys. Please go check them out, because a lot of the things announced today I already kind of announced and broke the news months ago. So watch those videos, because there was a lot of interesting things, and there's a few more other details which might get revealed later on in a few weeks' time, maybe. You never know. But in the F1 2018 game code, there was a lot of clues as to what F1 2019 could hold, and a lot of these things have come to fruition, with Formula 2 being the major announcement in this year's game, along with the early release date. So those are the two big things they're pushing, but now we're going to get straight to the press briefing and look at some of the more bigger details here, and just a bit of a better overview of the game, and also some very exciting things that have been announced, and again, things that I've mentioned before on past videos. So I'm going to kind of skim over the statement, and I'm going to just basically highlight the main points of it, and I'm going to read them out to you guys. So the first thing that stood out to me as important is actually, it says here, and I quote, F1 2019 has been in development here at Codemasters for nearly 2 years, making it the most ambitious release in the franchise history, which is massive. So this is very exciting. I've got a theory in mind that they're going to try and get this game to launch around April, May, near to the season start, you know, because they've brought it forward by 2 months this year, and I reckon they might bring it forward by another 2 months for next year, or a month and a half, give or take. That's my theory and prediction, because that's my guess. It makes sense. Also with next year, I made a video about it. I've got a feeling next-gen consoles are going to be literally around the corner. For 2020, there's going to be next-gen consoles, and I think Codemasters want to try and get a next-gen release with an early release, kind of all together at once, and try and get the patterns to sync up. So I think this is going to be really exciting, especially not just for this year's game, but for F1 2020. Either way, F1 2019 has been developed for 2 years. Let's continue reading the statement here. It continues by saying, that's not all though, working in partnership with F1 for the first time ever, and this is what we've been saying for so long. We've always been saying Codemasters are very limited as to what they can do with the F1 game, and finally, Liberty Media with F1 are working together with the game, and we're finally getting what we've always wanted on this. F2s are announced, an early release date, and now the big news is what follows up after this statement. So let's continue on here, and it does say you'll be able to get behind the wheel of a 2019 regulation car specifically designed in collaboration with F1's technical team, headed up by Ross Brawn and Pat Simmons. The car, which will be available in multiplayer, adheres to the 2019 regulations and comes with a range of livery designs offering you a new level of personalization, which is massive. I said this in a video months ago. I saw some game files, some lines of code, and it was rumored that custom liveries could be a thing in multiplayer on F1 2019, and this is exactly it. We have got custom liveries in this year's game for multiplayer. My theory from months ago, and according to the game code, it did say there's going to be a system in place where you have to basically score competition points. So the more you race online, the more competition points you get, and via those competition points you can unlock different things for the liveries. That's what I've read in the game code, so maybe they'll announce that later on in more detail. But I mean, we've got some pictures here which look absolutely fantastic, and some of these liveries actually look really sick, and I'm really excited to see what the future holds, and it's looking really, really sweet, and I cannot wait. Some of these liveries, for example, the second one here reminds me of the 91 Jordan, which Michael Schumacher made his debut with, and the colour schemes are so familiar. If you guys know some racing cars, like for example the final image reminds me of the Golf Air livery, which is like the endurance racing with the orange and blue, but generally speaking this looks absolutely awesome, and I'm so excited. This announcement is massive. F1 2019 straight out the blocks with an early release F2 and also custom liveries in multiplayer is huge, and I cannot wait to see what else gets announced. But let's wrap up things with the press briefing. It goes on to say also the F1 2019 F1 team liveries will also feature on the car in the early marketing materials, but will be replaced by the final team cars ahead of the game's release. Now what they mean by this is any trailers or pictures or gameplay, whatever we get for the next 3 months, it's going to be one car chassis, a base model, and it's going to have just the liveries put onto it. So basically, if you guys remember all the way back to F1 2010 when that got announced, it was actually the 2009 cars used for illustration, and then we finally got F1 2010 cars on the release of the game in itself, with maybe I think one trailer before the game release being with the actual 2010 cars. So they're going to do the same thing again because the game's releasing a lot earlier. They haven't actually finalized probably the actual models of the cars yet, so they're going to use just a generic 2019 car model with the actual 2019 livery skins on them, basically, for now, for any marketing, trailers, gameplay videos, or anything that happens, press conferences, all that kind of stuff, which is totally understandable because obviously it's a much earlier stage in the game cycle to what we're used to, so things are still being developed as we speak. And just to wrap up, there's a few pictures here of some of the liveries that they're going to be basically used in the trailers until the actual final car models get released. If you look at the pictures in detail, every single chassis and car model is the same, and it's just the livery and the paint that's changed, essentially. Now, there's a few more details here in the press briefing, but it's just general PR chat, and the meat and potatoes is what I've just said. So generally speaking, it's really exciting, guys. The 4 big things then pretty much for this is, so you know, early release, just to recap, early release, we've got Formula 2 confirmed pretty much based off of the trailer. They didn't say anything about it in the press briefing, but that picture in the trailer kind of says it all. And then obviously we've also got the online custom liveries, and then finally we've got the announcement that the 2019 cars are in a process of being made, but for now we're going to get a base model for all trailers and gameplay videos. So yeah guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Hopefully you found it informative. Like I said, check out the videos I made months ago because there's a lot more information in those videos and a lot more things that might potentially give away clues to what might be coming up in a few weeks and months. So do check out those videos. Everything is down below in the description, including the trailer link and also the press briefing. So do check all that stuff out, guys, if you do want to check it out for yourselves. And guys, give me your thoughts and opinions. Are you excited for F1 2019 now that it's been announced so much earlier? Bear in mind, now that it's been announced already in March, just like any other game cycle, where you normally get the gameplay trailers and whatever, we should be getting that now for the next 3 months. So basically, we're going to have a stream of F1 2019 content coming very soon. So give me your thoughts and opinions, guys, on the real-life season, also the news announced today, Formula 2, the online livery customization, which for me is massive. I think that's going to absolutely change not just our gaming experience, it's going to change the esports scene. I think that's going to be a game changer in my opinion. It's going to be big, big things for those guys, and I'm so excited. Also just generally speaking, we haven't even got any core gameplay changes yet. When it comes to game features, these are just things that have been announced. So There's so much yet to see, and then just general improvements, to the game in itself when it comes to AI graphics and just online performance and whatever. Fingers crossed, servers do become a thing. But yeah, guys, give me your thoughts and opinions, please. But if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, get subscribed to the channel for daily Formula 1 content. I have another video later on today uploaded for you guys on the channel. And also check out these 2 videos on your screen, guys, if you have missed them, to either side of me. And yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next video very soon. But until then, it's goodbye from me.